everyone, this is Angela Hermes with rawpeople.com, and today I'm talking to Keval and Bhagrant. They're the founders of the Bliss Bar. Hi guys, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you. So welcome everyone.
Can you tell us a little bit about the Bliss Bar?
Absolutely. So the Bliss Bar, we're in the Bliss Bar, so welcome to the Bliss Bar. We are a 100% organic vegan superfood cafe, and we're an educational organization. So if you look around the room here, what you'll see is a group of students, bright and beautiful. Hey George, give us a wave. This actually, George Jacob, give us a wave. This is George Jacob, visionary artist. He's one of our Savadars on this show. He's brought his incredible art to the Bliss Bar. Everything at the Bliss Bar is not just organic, vegan, and superfood, but it's also been blessed. So we bring a lot of love into the food, and we offer it all and just pray and meditate and chant and sing and dance while we're making it. Yeah.
So what inspired you to create the Bliss Bar and all of this delicious food?
Take that one.
Sure. The Bliss Bar was created out of our need to feed ourselves what we felt like really high vibrational food. You'd end up going to the store and purchasing things that you really knew that are good for you, that's organic and superfood based, but we also felt like we could improve upon that and really bring it up to the next level with our own creation going into it. And so through that, we just started creating food and bringing it to events. And from there it just kind of turned into this wonderful evolution of a cafe and experience of Kundalini Yoga that we bring to so many people. It's about Kundalini Yoga, living food, and just a lot of consciousness involved.
Well, we've been hearing a lot about superfoods lately, and we haven't really heard about this in the raw movement so much before. So do you think this is kind of like the theme of the raw movement, that we're headed towards superfoods and the, you know?
That's a good question. For me, I think superfoods is a pretty interesting word. It's kind of a broad category still, even though it's getting more specific. For me, a superfood is something really effective, and it's not necessarily about quantity. It's about the resonance, the quality, the results, the density of nutrition. A fresh picked sun-ripened raspberry could be a superfood in the moment. Now would a tired 2-week-old raspberry that's been shipped across the country and sprayed with Raid be a superfood? Absolutely not. So it's circumstantial. We use superfoods in our cafe specifically around Amazon herbs, raw chocolate, cacao, green, vibrant, beautiful minerals like kale and pure synergy superfoods and the elements for life. I mean, all of these companies now are delivering really dense, nutritional, potent food, and you don't need a lot of it. You just need a little bit. So.
Do you think it's important that people who eat a lot of raw food, or even people who eat cooked food, that it's important that they think about where their food is coming from and whether it's grown sustainably or not?
Yes, please.
I'd love to comment on that, because it really also connects into the word superfood and the marketing of it. The reason why superfoods have come about is because people have sought after those cultures that have lived to the century marks, and you find out there's very indigenous plants and trees that are incredible. They're grown just with so much love and intention, and these people live for a very long time because the vibration is really high in these foods. So that's why people recognize the challenge being today, where a lot of even our organic foods is kind of a tipping point. There's only so much you can get out of it unless you're in your backyard garden growing your own and really have really high vibrational soil. Well, then you're kind of just barely making
factory farms.
So,
even a lot of our organic food is possibly being grown hydroponically, or being grown in corporate factory farms, monocropping, and most of our nutrition comes from the rainforest of South America and the richest soil on earth, biodynamic, teeming with life force energy, antiviral, antifungal. I mean, you don't survive in the forest unless you're a superhero, so you've got to have a few things figured out.
Well, how can people be sure that their food food that's coming from the Amazon is harvested sustainably, and that it's supporting the locals instead of disenfranchising them.
Yes, so just knowing the company, you know, getting to know a company. We work with the Amazon Herb Company. They've been around for 18 years. We've met John Easterling personally and looked at the light in his eyes and read all the company literature, and they're the real deal. Now, I know the founders of a few different of these superfood companies, and I think once you see that these people are living a life of light, heart-centered, it's actually important to them about the relationship with the indigenous. It's not just a marketing tag, it's actually something that lives in their being, and you get that when you come to these beautiful festivals and you meet them and you're like, this is real, this is true.
And what's important as founders of a company, as the Amazon Herb Company or some of these other superfood companies, is that they're visiting these farms and also working hand in hand with these farmers and helping the farmers to help them understand how they do harvest, and is that sustainable for their environment, for this certain type of plant or tree. And through that relationship, then, you know, they're creating a long-term solution for our foods that we're choosing to have shipped from a very far away. You know, it's a big crux, is getting food from shipped on planes or boats or then coming on trucks, you know, instead of just creating community and growing your own food right here. That's superfoods as well.
Right. Well, you two are obviously a couple that are very well connected and you work very close together. Do you have any tips for other couples about how to keep the flame alive in your relationship over the long term?
Eat lots of raw chocolate. I mean, truly, taking good care of oneself and staying hydrated and mineralized, moving your body, and then serving. We come from a lineage and a lifestyle, Kundalini Yoga. The technology has sacred service and also self-maintenance at the very core, and that seems to really have nourished and nurtured our relationship on a very deep level. And you know, when all else fails, you know, marry a chocolatier and you'll be very happy.
Yeah.
I think, you know, from what I've learned from Yogi Bhajan, my teacher, is it's commitment. Through commitment, you're taking on, you know, this blessing of like, I'm going to honor this person, and no matter what, even if I'm feeling really frustrated with myself, because I may feel like I'm frustrated with them, but really it's yourself, like being reflected, that you're just committed to know that we're here for the highest good. And through that, once you understand it, like, the love is always flowing. It's just helping work through every single aspect of challenge or blessing, you know? And just also the balance of relaxation, you know? Like, for how much output we may do in service, there's also the aspect to say, it's now my inward time, and relax and enjoy and be happy in that. And so even though we do love this is like a lot of love that gets expressed, and it's a lot of work and a lot of beautiful souls that come and serve. But we remember, like, the relaxation is very important.
Those are some very inspirational words. Thank you. So do you have a website where people can learn more about Bliss Bar?
Yes, we do. It's theblissbar.org. We are a nonprofit, so please come and visit us online, or if you'd ever like to volunteer with us at the Bliss Bar, you can just send me a little email, and we'd love to have you and serve you and feed you, and may this earth be blessed with peace.
Yes.
This has been Angela Hermes with rawpeople.com. Thanks very much, you two.
Yeah.